just wanted to share with you guys how beautiful it looks outside. These are the cherry blossoms that are blooming right in front of my house. Now this was taken a couple of weeks ago. I had to get it while it was prime time cherry blossom season. This is my favorite time of year. I absolutely love spring. I love the smells. I love the colors. So hope you enjoy. Hi everyone, welcome to another video. I love spring. Everything seems so fresh, colorful. I love the flowers. I love the smell of the flowers in the springtime. So I love creating a fun spring look. I have a nice complement, I think, of some drugstore products and some high-end products. And I did receive, there's one thing I received in PR, and we'll get to that. So we'll just jump right into it. So the first thing I usually do when I start my makeup application is I go in with like either a pumping gloss or something to put on my lips as we're going through the tutorial. So this one is the City Beauty. This is the plumping lip gloss. It's a really nice hydrating lip gloss. It does give a little bit of plumping, but it doesn't give that that stinging effect that a lot of plumping ones can do. By the way, they do have, I think it's from the April 19th to the 23rd, they do have 30% off their site. So I will link everything down below for you guys if you want to check it out if you're somebody that uses City Beauty products. Now is the perfect time to grab something on sale. I'm going to use my tape hack today because this is a new eyeshadow palette that I'm going to try out, and I'm not sure if there's going to be any followed or that sort of thing. We're going to first go in with the eyeshadow base. So this is just the Alter Ego eyeshadow base. I always like to prime my eyes before applying eyeshadow. This one is really nice, creamy, helps the eyeshadow stay on longer for the day. And then for primer today, we're going to go in with the Milani. This is the Bright Side Illuminating Primer. This has vitamin C and provitamin B5 in it. This one I like because it really does give me like a radiant look to my face. So this one does come like a squeezy tube. So I usually put a little bit on the back of my hand, and it comes out like a lotion. You can see it's a little bit on the orangey side. But I just want to give it some time to sit on my face before we go in with the face products. I am going to be trying a new foundation today I picked up on the Sephora sale. Let me know down below, did you guys take advantage of any of the sale? Did you pick up anything? And one thing I do is I concentrate a little bit of the primer right in these smile lines. I find that's where I always have like foundation that's it settles into those. So I always put a little bit extra right in that area and then pat it in. But look at how beautiful that gives me, just a really nice radiant glow. Love it. Really, really good primer. And then one last product I'm going to add before we start in with the eyeshadow is I want to do a little bit of color correcting. So this is the NYX, this is the Pro Fix Stick, a color corrector. I have this one in the shade Dark Peach, and I find this one is perfect for this really darkness, like the purple that I have under my eyes. It helps neutralize that. And I use just like a tiny bit of this right in the corner there, right where I'm darkest. You can see it's a nice stick. That's the shade. So that peachy color is going to help get rid of that dark pigmentation under my eyes. And I let that sit for just like a couple of seconds. The warmth of my skin really helps it melt into the under eye area. And then I just blend it in, usually with my finger. You can use a brush if you want. I just find the warmth of my finger helps it blend in a little bit better. There, purple is all gone. Now, Alter Ego was kind enough to send me 2 of their new eyeshadow palettes. There are 2 new launches, and they were launched within like a few weeks of each other. So one is called Wildwood. So really, really pretty shades. Oh, look at that color story. So gorgeous. And then the other one they sent me is one called Dreamgaze. But what surprised me about this was how perfect this is for spring. Look at those shades. They are pretty rich in color, pretty vibrant, and pastels. But I have used pastels in the past on my eyes. I'll stick a thumbnail over here of one of the eyeshadow looks that I did using like some nice purple colors. It was a video I did like quite a while ago. It was probably like a couple years now. So I'll just stick that over there if you wanted to go check it out. But I think it's always fun to play with colors. It's especially for spring. The shade I am going to go in with though is as my transition shade is this It's that one right there. It's almost like a peachy shade. It's called Lantern. And I'm going to go in with my BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy. This is the A503 brush. It's quite a fluffy brush, so I want to really disperse the color on the eye. And I'm just going to take a little bit, because that's one thing about Alter Ego eyeshadows. They are really, really pigmented, which is lovely. You don't have to use a lot, and the color payoff is just fantastic. And I am going to take that just all over the lid, right from top to bottom. See how it just gives a nice rich color to the eye, and it also just helped get rid of some of that redness and those veins that I have on my eye. And then the color that I'm going to put for my crease is this nice lilac color. Oh, isn't that so, so pretty? It's actually called Cozy. And we're just going to go in with my Rephr. This is the Max 15 brush. It's a nice fluffy brush. And Rephr still, if I'm not mistaken, I believe, I'll double check. I'm pretty sure that they're still having their site-wide sale on. Again, I'll link that down below for you guys if you're interested in Rephr. They are a great, great brush. And I just want to apply that right. Oh, look at the color payoff in that. Oh, that's so pretty. Oh, that's gorgeous. What a nice shade. And I'm not going right into my crease. I'm just applying the shade right above it. Hopefully the camera's picking it up. That looks gorgeous. How fun for spring. As you've heard me talk about makeup before, it's fun to play with it. It's the one thing about makeup is you can wash it off. If it's not what you're looking for, then you can just go wash it off. And then I just want to deepen that little V part of the end of my eye. So we're going to go in with that shade right there. It's like a dark purple, and that is called Spell. And I'm just going to go in with my BK Beauty. This is the 211 brush. It's more of a detail type of brush. It has like a little fluffy end, but it is more detail oriented. Again, just taking a little bit. I don't want a lot in that corner. And I'm just applying it right on the outer edge here, just to give it a little bit of dimension. One of the things about Alter Ego palettes is I'm not going to say they're a dupe for higher end palettes, but they do like to create their shades a little similar to some of the high-end palettes, but for a fraction of the price, like literally a fraction of the price. So I really enjoy those. I have several of their palettes, and they're all great quality, super affordable. And I will also have their website down listed in my description box as well for you guys if you want to check them out. So that I'm going to go in with that white shade that I showed you earlier, where it has that iridescent pink to it. And I'm just going to use my finger to apply that right on the inner corner, and that'll really make my eyes pop right in the corner part. Give it a little bit of brightness. I find using shades like this with your finger, it applies way better than a brush. It just kind of opens the area up a little bit. And then one thing I always do, I just want to make sure everything blends in. So I take a big, like a fluffy brush. This is the BK Beauty. This is the 201 brush. You can see it's quite fluffy. And then I just want to make sure everything looks seamless. Now I did pick up a new eyeliner during the Sephora sale. So this is the Sephora 12-Hour Gel Eyeliner Contour Eye Pencil, and this is in the shade Tiramisu. So it is like a matte formula. That's so satisfying. You can open new products. All right, so I've never tried this shade before, but it looked like a nice rich brown. Now this is a type of pencil that you have to sharpen. It's not like a retractable. Oh, that is very nice. So that's why I also wanted to use the tape hack, because I'm going to try and do just like a little baby wing. Start off, I'm going to use this first right, like really, really close to the lash line. And I'm also going to use it as my like tight lining. I'm just going to take it like right across. I'm not going to go straight down into my, like the corner of my eye, but I'd like to just kind of diffuse it out and kind of create a wing here. And then I want to soften the look up. So I'm going to go in with my Rephr. This is the 03 brush. It has a very pointy tip, and this is perfect for doing like your upper lash line, and also if you wanted to put any shades down in your lower lash line. So I do take this and just soften it up. One thing about these pencils is they do tend to dry down, so you do have to work. That's why I'm only doing one eye at a time. You do have to work a little bit fast. And I create a bit of a thicker line just at the end. One of the great things about like the Sephora collection line, like which is their house brand, their products, like this pencil probably was more affordable than some of the drugstore versions that are out there right now. Because usually during the Sephora sale, the Sephora collection products are 30% off. And this pencil is actually pretty affordable anyhow. Like, I'm not going to say it's a bad price. I'll put the price on the screen of what it normally is. I always like trying like a nice brown. I find brown and like gray and those type of shades don't look as harsh as like a black. See how it just goes from, I put a little bit of a thicker line on the outside, and then I gradually just come into this about right here, about right up, I'm gonna say like right past my pupil. And then I find that at least that's just from my eye shape. It may be different, like everybody's eye shape is different. So applying eyeliner, I think, is very specific for everybody. And for my eye shape, that's what helps, that gives the appearance of like a lifted look to my eye. And then before I remove the tape, I'm going to just quickly tight line right along the upper waterline. Right, there we go. 2 little wings. I don't do like the big elaborate wings. I just like little baby wings. So I picked up another of the Sephora. This is the retractable brow pencil, and I have this one in the shade medium brown. So I always brush my eyebrows first with the spoolie end. That's it right there, that nice light brown. This pencil is great for depositing the color. It really helps fill in the sparseness on my brows. Really precise feather-like strokes. Yeah, see how it just, I love it how it frames the face. That's one of the things I always say is making sure that you do your eyebrows. I think that really does help complete the look on your face. So next we're going to go in with foundation. And this is actually super exciting for me because this was a suggestion from one of my viewers. So I picked up during the Sephora sale, this is the Morphe Light Form Extended Hydration Foundation. Now, she said that she has started using this and she absolutely loves it. And I thought, well, why not give it pick it up and give it a try while it's on the Sephora sale. So I picked it up in the shade Light 05N, which is light with neutral undertones. So I usually gravitate to neutral. Just let me go. I just have to quickly cut the seal here. So some of the information about this foundation is it is $28. That's Canadian dollars. But like I said, I did get it on the sale, so I got 20% off of that. I did try it. That's one thing about foundations. When I either drugstore or like if I try like Sephora brand type of foundations, I do like to go into the store to try and shade match. And I was really happy I went into the store to find this one because the one that I had picked out online would not have worked out for me. I would have ended up taking it back. It was much too light for me. It does come in actually quite like several shades. It's a good shade range. It has hyaluronic acid in it. It gives a medium coverage, long wearing. It's supposed to be hydrating and waterproof. So I am just going to give it a bit of a shake. It says it's a buildable medium coverage foundation that's clinically shown, as my mouth would work today, to improve skin's natural radiance, hydration, and barrier function in as little as 1 week. So it's supposed to give like a radiant finish. That I love products that do that. Gives me kind of like a radiant, glowy look. It does come as, like, this is a glass bottle, and then it comes as like a pump top. So I'm just going to take, if I can get it out. So it's that first initial, there we go. So I am just going to take that much, which isn't a lot. So it's not an overly runny foundation. And how I do foundations when I first try them out is I like to apply one side with a brush and one side with a sponge. And I'm going to use a very light hand. So this product, I'm just going to take a little bit of it and dot it on. It doesn't really have a scent to it. And then for my foundation brush, I'm going to use the BK Beauty. This is the 106 brush. It's like a nice, dense, flat head brush. And I always start in the center of my face and work my way out. I like hydrating type of formulas for foundation because my skin is really dry. It's a little bit better as I come into the summer, but in the wintertime, oh my goodness, I have such dry skin. That's actually, I'm liking the shade match. I am surprised. It's doing good. Wasn't a bad shade match. That's nice. It's blending in nicely, and you can kind of see it is giving me some radiance. Definitely what it says, it's like more of a medium coverage, but I can build it up. I'm trying to build up right on that little spot that I have for hyperpigmentation. I'm just going to try and cover that up a little bit more. When you use a brush, I find I get a little bit more coverage with a brush than I do with a sponge. Sometimes the sponge has a tendency to pick up the product and absorb some of the product. At least for me, I tend to get more of a lighter coverage using a sponge. But the look of a sponge looks really, really natural. Okay, so you saw how much I used, and I still have a little bit of product still on my hand. So let me come a little bit closer. Okay, so this side isn't done yet. And this side has foundation. I think it looks nice. I think it has a nice radiance to it. Okay, so now we're going to go in on that side. I'm just going to use my e.l.f. sponge. Definitely, yes, the sponge is giving me lighter coverage. Like you can see my freckle right here poking through. I always take it down my neck. Well, so far I'm liking it. It seems quite nice and radiant. I like how it blends in really nicely. So looking at it in the mirror, definitely the brush side is giving me a little bit more radiance than the sponge side. The sponge side, the sponge side is a little bit, definitely more lighter coverage. So I think I actually like the brush did a better job than the sponge. I don't know, what do you guys think? I'll look at it straight on and then you can maybe see a little bit better. Okay, so far I'm actually really enjoying this foundation. It's giving me such a beautiful radiant glow to the skin, and it still has like my natural skin poking through a little bit here and there. So we're gonna go in now with concealer, and for everyone that watched my video, I'll put it over here, the thumbnail over here, where I use the L'Oreal, the new L'Oreal concealer. Yes, I am still loving it. I love this concealer. Use it every single day. I'm going to need a new one pretty soon. It is great coverage. I love the formula. I love how it doesn't settle all into my fine lines. And I apply just a tiny bit, like where I had that color corrector, and then I bring it up ever so slightly just to help blend that wing in. I had so many of you leave a comment and saying how you had bought it or you enjoy it as well, that you've tried it. So that's always nice to hear. And then similar to the color corrector, I let it just sit for a few seconds to heat it up, and then I will usually just apply it with my fingers, and then I go in with the Angie Hot and Flashy. This is the A506. This is her kitten paw concealer brush. One of the best concealer brushes out there, in my opinion. Like I said, this doesn't settle into my fine lines. It looks great even at the end of the night. It still has that bit of like freshness to it. And then once that's blended in, then I just take the brush and ever so slightly come right underneath where I put that eyeliner, just to crisp it up, and then kind of do any sort of blending in here, right in the corner. Make sure everything is blended in together, so the foundation and the concealer are blended together. Isn't that lovely? That is such a good concealer. And this is not sponsored. This is my own opinion. This is, nobody's paying for this. I bought this with my own money. It's such a lovely concealer. And just so everything looks very cohesive, the whole eye look, I'm going to go back in with that purple shade that I used, and I'm going to use that same Rephr brush, and I want to run that right underneath my lower lash line, just so it brings everything together. I'm not doing like a really dramatic line. I usually don't on my lower lash line, but you can certainly go without. I know there's a bunch of people that don't even like put mascara on their bottom lashes, but I don't think there's any rules when it comes to makeup. It's just have fun with it. And then another product that I picked up on the Sephora sale, and I think it's going a little bit viral. That's why I was intrigued by it. So it is by Tarte, and this is called the Fake Away. So it's a liner for your bottom waterline. This one is called, it's just like eye highlight. But from what I read about it, people were really liking it, and it gives a nice, it doesn't do a lot of fading on the, that's one thing about bottom waterline eye pencils is sometimes, even though they're waterproof, they can fade. This one apparently doesn't. So what I'm going to do is go in with, I just picked up like this little e.l.f. It's like a little rectangular sponge. And these are great for putting right under your eye. So if you're not completely done with your eye look yet, but you don't want to disturb all the concealer and foundation, everything that you put on your eyes, just get like a little sponge like this. This one is super affordable. I'm thinking this was like maybe $6 or something like that. It wasn't very much at all, and that's Canadian. And you can just apply it so you're not rubbing all of your makeup off. I find, because what I used to do is I would sometimes put my finger there and I would get makeup on my finger and stuff, whereas this is like a buffer. So on one end is the actual, it's a retractable pencil. And then the other side has like a little, like a spongy, I'm not sure exactly, because maybe if you wanted to put it like underneath your eye, but I'm not going to put it underneath my eye. I'm using it for my waterline. So let's give this a try. It's supposed to be quite pigmented from what I've heard. Oh yeah, that's like really white. Holy smoke. Well, not white, but cream. And that like was very little effort for me to put that in my waterline. Holy smokes. Okay. Okay, well maybe now I can see why it kind of went viral. Holy smokes. That really does deposit the color. Holy smokes, you guys. Can you see? Oh boy. Can you see how bright that looks? Wow. Okay. Like I just was reading the packaging a little bit, and it says it's ophthalmologist tested. So that's always encouraging when an actual like eye person says that it's good. All day wear, and it's waterproof. Instant eye brightener. Well, I will say that is definitely brightening. Yep. So we're going to go in now, just quickly curl my lashes with my favorite eyelash curler. Rephr has the best eyelash curler. I've used so many different types from so many different brands, and then even just the width of it is like perfect for my eye shape. Yeah, it's the perfect eyelash curler. And then mascara, I am still using the Covergirl Cleantopia. I know I've beaten this to death about this mascara. I just really love it. It's such a great formula. I love the wand. It's like an hourglass wand. I don't know. It's just, it stays on all day. I don't have any issues with it flaking on me. I take it right down to the base of my lashes and wiggle it up. I find that just helps deposit the color right up, or the formula right up to the top. You want to get it right at the base, and that's where all the product is going to disperse itself through your lashes. Like, look at that. That's, here, I'm going to come a little closer. That is just one coat. I did just apply a little bit of a half lash because it feels like forever. I haven't worn lashes because I don't wear lashes like daily when I'm doing my makeup. So it feels like forever since I've worn lashes. So I just had to throw some on today. So we're going to go in with bronzer. And today we're going to use the e.l.f. This is the Putty Bronzer. I have this one in the shade Tan Lines. So such a great, rich formula. Very putty-like, obviously. That's the name. It does come in like several other shades, but this is just like my favorite. We're going to go in with my favorite Rephr brush. This is I'm going to say my favorite for applying any sort of cream type of products on my face. This is the Rephr 37. So it is like a dense, precise little brush. It's like, it's so luxuriously soft, and I always say it's just like the perfect one to apply all these little products here. So I pick up just like a little bit on my brush, and then I just start tapping it in. Tap it in, if you've ever watched that movie. I don't usually brush it on. I tap it on when I'm using like cream type of products and putties and all that sort of stuff. I take it up into my hairline. Doesn't ever look like brassy or anything like that. Just gives a nice glow to the face. And they have also like a blush version as well. I'll put I did a whole e.l.f. video, and it was, again, not sponsored or anything. It was all my own money and everything that I've always buy these products with. I'll put the thumbnail here for you guys, and you can go check it out if you like e.l.f. products. Let me know down in the comments, what sort of brands would you guys like to see me do like an updated look, if I can. I only like to do like an updated, I'm going to say like a one brand tutorial if there's some new products. Like I was thinking of doing like a Milani one. I've never done a full face, like one brand Milani video. So I was thinking of doing that. Let me know if that would interest you guys. Physicians Formula. I may do another Physicians Formula because I think I have enough product that would warrant like a new Physicians Formula video. But let me know. I haven't done like, I did a L'Oreal one not that long ago. But I don't think I've done like Maybelline or Revlon or anything like that for quite a while. So let me know if those interest you, like one brand ones. I was actually even thinking of like on the higher end, I could probably do like a Makeup by Mario. If you like his brand, let me know. Now for blush today, we're going to try a new one by Physicians Formula. This is called the Mineral Wear Diamond Filler Cheek and Lip Color. So you can use it on your cheeks and also as a lip color. This is a weightless serum to cream hybrid color for cheeks and lips. So it's multitasking, blendable, long wearing. So this is supposed to be radiant looking. Oh, it's very nice packaging. Like that's actually quite interesting. That is really, really nice. Okay, so I'm just going to give it a bit of a shake. And then, okay, so it has it like, so you twist off the top. Oh, okay. I haven't seen this before. Sorry. This is like, I love trying new things, and sometimes the packaging just kind of throws me for a loop. So it's a wand. Oh, okay. I wasn't expecting that. I thought, I don't know actually what I was expecting. So it's like, yeah, okay. It's a wand. So that changes how I want to apply it. I don't usually like applying these type of products directly to my face. So what I'll do is I'm going to apply it onto the back of my hand. Oh, what a pretty shade. Okay, so I have this in the shade Brilliant Peach. So I'm going to take my BK Beauty Angie Hot and Flashy. This is the A507 brush. So this is like a blush brush. It has a nice angle to it. And I'm going to pick up that product on the back of my hand. Oh, that's really, really pretty. Look at that. So I'm just going to take it off the back of my hand. There's enough on the brush now. And I'm, again, just going to stipple that on. If I'm using like a cream or like a liquid bronzer, like I usually then you'd like to use like a liquid blush, and same thing with a highlighter. I try and keep everything liquid instead of incorporating sometimes powders and creams and stuff like that. What I find is the cream products can then sometimes pick up the powders on the face and make face makeup like separate. But look at how pretty that is. Oh my goodness, that is gorgeous. I was not expecting that. And there's still lots on my hand. So let's put it over here. Oh, that is really, really pretty. Oh, I like that. So now I can see why they say you can use it on your lips as well. Interesting. I'm not going to use it on my lips because I have some lip products that I want to use today. This brush is the perfect brush because it fits it on the cheek nicely. Oh, so pretty. That is true what it says on here. I'm just going to read the back again. Oh my goodness. It does say that it gives a nice radiance. Radiant, smooth, and glowing. Love that. It does look very natural looking. And then if you ever feel like you may have applied too much, I always suggest just taking like your sponge and just lightly dabbing that on. And that'll help pick up some of the product if it looks a little bit too like rosy for you. Oh, I like that. Oh, I think I found a new blush. That is gorgeous. And like, look how much is still on the back of my hand. So you don't need a lot of this. Like that was a couple of swipes. You don't need a lot of this. And then I'm going to apply a liquid highlighter today because I have all those other cream products and that sort of thing. So we're going to go in with the Physicians Formula. This is the Butter Glow Liquid Highlighter. I've had this on my channel actually quite a bit. So it just comes like just like a squeezy tube. I apply very, very, very little of this. It's very, very pigmented. So like when I say a little bit, that is how much I put on there. And I'm going to take this is my favorite highlighter brush. It's by Sigma. So this is the F03 High Cheekbone Highlighter Brush. So I take that little bit that's on my hand here and just very, very, like I'm actually dispersing it on my skin, because this is one of those highlighters that is going to look nice and glowy and looks really natural. Look at how lovely that looks. It's just giving me like a nice radiance onto the cheek. And I stipple it on just because I don't want to disturb all the other products under my skin right now. Oh, that's so lovely. Seems like it's been like forever since I've used this. And then I always run it down my nose on my Cupid's bow. And then what we're going to do is there's a little bit left on my hand. I'm going to take the Rephr. This is the 13 mini brush. Look at how tiny that is. Isn't that cute? Such a cute little brush. So I'm going to take that little bit that I have on my hand and I want to put it right on the corner in my eye here. Not in my eye, but you know what I mean, close to my eye. And that's just going to brighten the eye area up. And then we're going to go in with a new lip liner today. So I also picked this up on the Sephora sale. So this is the Sephora, just like a gel lip liner, but it's the shade that I wanted to try. It's called Sink or Suede. So this one is a retractable. That's the shade right there. Isn't that pretty? I thought it would be nice for like spring. So this is applied all over the lip. I usually fill in my whole lip line. So that's pretty. And then we're going to go in with the BK Beauty. I love this shade for spring. That's why I wanted to use it today. So this is the shade Self Love. Look at the pretty pink it is. Oh my goodness. That is so cute. That is perfect for spring. BK Beauty lipsticks are some of the best in the industry. The packaging is amazing. Like this is actually like almost like a weighty type of packaging. And then it has like the magnetic, you can hear that? Magnetic closer. Oh, that's so lovely. A nice shade. And then I do want to top it with a new product I, again, picked up at the Sephora sale. And this is the Haus Labs. This is the, oh my goodness, I can't read it without my glasses. Sorry, guys. This is the PhD Hybrid Lip Glaze. Now, I think she has like a lip oil, but this was a lip glaze. And from what I read about it, it's supposed to be like a 4-in-1. So it is, let me read this to you. So it is a 4-in-1. So it's a non-sticky 4-in-1 glaze that fuses, it's a lip oil, a balm, a plumper, and a gloss to hydrate lips and provide burn-free plumping after 2 weeks of continuous use. So I thought that was pretty good. It's four products in one here. And I have this in the shade Macaron. So I thought that would look really pretty with the pink. And then I will put it on this side beside this. Oh yeah, it matches it really nicely actually. So there's the lipstick I'm wearing. And then there's the lip glaze. That's nice on the lips. Yeah. I'm always trying to find a setting spray that makes my skin look really great for the rest of the day and has a nice dispenser. That's the key. I don't like the dispensers that kind of blast you right in the face and you're like, whoa, like holy smokes, you guys. So I picked up the Stila. Again, just let me get my glasses. I do have new glasses, by the way. I don't know if you noticed. I did have to get new reading glasses. My prescription changed ever so slightly. So I did have to go pick up some new ones. But I like the shades. It's like a nice gray instead of those that teal colored one I had. So this is the Stila Stay All Day Blurring Setting Spray. So it's a microfine mist, helps set makeup for up to 16 hours. Blur imperfections, lightweight, non-sticky, waterproof, smudge, transfer-proof. Look, your makeup looks refreshed and hydrated, never tight. And I will say I have been, as I'm demolishing everything on my counter here, I have been using this behind the scenes, and I will say it does look really nice and makes my makeup stay like for a long time throughout the day. So I always give it a little bit of a shake, and I'll just throw it on right now. Oh, it smells lovely. It smells lovely. And for the amount that you're getting, like this is, if I can see this, this is 100 mils. That's a pretty big bottle of setting spray. Sometimes you get those like those little ones and they're probably as much as this one was. So highly recommend, if you haven't tried it, give it a try. And then I take my sponge just to make sure everything kind of sets in there. And this makes my skin look glowy for the day. Look at how radiant it looks. Quite an amazing product. So I thought I would just show you what it looks like in natural light, how the look looks. Doesn't it look so radiant and glowy? Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm so happy with how this turned out. The foundation is wonderful. I've had this on for a few hours now. I just wanted to give you like an update quickly of what it's looking like. I find it always looks, the makeup always looks different, obviously in natural light than it does my studio lights. So I just wanted to show you how it's looking. But very, very pleased with how so many of the products, the foundation, the blush, oh my goodness, I'm loving the setting spray. Like so much of it has turned out so nicely. The eye makeup, the Alter Ego eyeshadow palette. So super happy with how everything turned out, you guys. Let me know if you've created any spring looks. They're always fun to do. So this is the completed look. I am really, really happy with some of these products. I'll do a quick little recap on some of the new stuff that I tried and I'm really enjoying so far. Alter Ego palette. What a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. I love, like I said, the pastels. I love how it complemented my eyes. The purples, the pinks. So really, really gorgeous little palette. The foundation, pleasantly surprised so far with the foundation. I've been watching it as we've been going through the tutorial and it's not doing like a bunch of settling into my fine lines. So that is always my one big indicator for a foundation, whether it's going to work or not, is whether it does a bunch of settling in here. But so far I'm really liking it. So thank you to the viewer that suggested this. I think this is going to be a new hit for me. The Sephora eyeliner, the Tiramisu color especially, I love that. That looks so nice and it's not budging anywhere. It's still staying there. And then I'm actually really impressed with this, the Tarte, the eyeliner, the waterline color. Like I haven't retouched it at all. And it's still staying in my waterline. Usually by now, a lot of them have worn off by now. Like this has been, I'm going to say a good half hour, 45 minutes, and it'll have worn off. But this is really staying in there. So that's a pleasant surprise. Loving this blush. I am loving this Physicians Formula blush. It looks so pretty. And I can't believe how nicely it blended in and how radiant it's making my skin look. This is super impressive. Loving this. This was totally, I was not expecting that at all. I hadn't really seen anybody using it. And so I didn't really know what to expect. And then the one product that, again, isn't new is the concealer. Really, really liking the concealer. I'll come closer to you guys. So how I always judge a concealer. So I'm going to go like this, put my eyes up. You can see I don't have any sort of creasing going on under my eyes right now. And usually with like a concealer, it's always like getting under my eyes there. And look at how hydrated it looks. Like my eyes look super hydrated. And it's not settling into my fine lines. And how it looks now, this will look like this at the end of the night when I go to take my makeup off. I will have everything, as always, linked and listed down below for you guys. And I do want to say thank you if you ever do use any of my affiliate links. Thank you very much for doing that. That really does help support my channel and gives me the ability to create content for you guys. Especially being a smaller channel, it's really hard sometimes when I'm the one buying everything. I get a little, I'm going to say a little bit of PR, but I don't get like huge PRs like some of the big YouTubers get. So when you do see products on my channel, I am purchasing those myself. So anytime anybody uses my link, and it doesn't cost you guys as the viewer, it doesn't cost you guys anything at all. So once again, thank you so much for doing that. If you're not already, I would love for you to consider subscribing to my channel. Make sure to hit that notification bell that's right beside the subscribe button. That way you're notified whenever I upload new videos. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. That also helps my channel a little lot. And as always, I hope everybody has a great week and a great life, and I'll see you all very soon in my next video. Bye!